Hey guys, I was getting ready to put on a new set of red aspen nails, and normally I do this while watching TV with my husband, but he's still working in the shop, and it was just me and Grey's Anatomy. And then I was like, I guess I'll go live and do this. That way I can answer questions, because I know a lot of you guys have been buying your nails lately, and I just had the best application that I probably have ever had this past time, and I put those on, not on camera, but while watching TV. And the thing that I did differently was when I put on the nails, I held them on for 2 minutes without holding them super tightly. And by doing that, it prevents the glue from like squishing out the side. And I really think that made all the difference, because that set I had on for 2 weeks, 14 days with no pop offs. And that is unheard of for me. Up until now, I'd only been holding them on for like 30, and I've been wearing these nails 2 years, mind you. I'd only been holding them on for about 30 seconds or so, and then moving on to the next nail. And I'd been applying a lot of pressure when I put them on. But this time I followed instructions that somebody on TikTok had shared, which was to not use a lot of pressure, to hold them for 2 minutes, and it made all the difference. So hello guys, first time watching on live, welcome. Hello Jennifer. Who all do we have watching? I was live earlier today designing this door hanger, or painting this door hanger with Lauren. So if you caught that, that was really fun. And I've got quite the collection of red aspen nails. I mean, look at this. I've been doing these for 2.5 years. Well, not 2.5 years, 2.25 years. And so I have quite the collection of extras. So, when you get a set of nails, they usually come with like, I don't know if it's like 15. I haven't counted. I can't remember. It's multiple pieces, because they have different sizes for your nails. So I always put all the extras in here. And sometimes there are some in there that I can still wear. And a lot of times I'll like mix and match and do a mani mix up. So I thought we would do that today. I wanted to go for something pink, but because it's summer. But then I was like, we still got one whole week of 4th of July. It feels like we've already had 4th of July, because we just had a big fireworks cookout this past weekend. And so I was like, well, it feels like 4th of July is over, even though it's not, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I have these really cute ones that are left from last year. I didn't even buy new 4th of July nails this year. I still have these from last year. Let me see if I can hold them up to this camera. Maybe they'll focus. They are blue with little stars. They also came with these that have the stripes. So they were kind of like a little mix and match. So I thought we would kind of make our own mani mix up with these, because I still have some in here that fit my thumb and my pinky. So there's my pinky nails right there. There's my thumbnails. Now I just have to find some for these 3 fingers. Hey, Lauren. She said I need a new set tomorrow. Lauren wears red aspen too. I love the red aspen nails, especially when it comes to like mixing them up like this. Okay, I was trying to decide if I wanted to do like red glitter, or if I just want to do plain red. I'm looking to see what I got here. And none of those. So I'm leaning towards either like a red glitter with these, or I've got this deeper red glitter. It's like a different. So one of them's like chunky glitter, and one is like fine glitter. They probably look the same on camera. And one's slightly darker than the other. Whoops. But I've also got just plain like flat red, like this. That's just Tulips for Tiffany is what that one's called. Lauren said, do you have a white one you can throw in? You know what? I think I do. I have these that are white, that are cute. And that may be the only white ones that I have. Oh, I have white with gold stars, but we don't need gold stars with blue stars, or blue and white stars. But yeah, I have these, but to me they look like antique white, like off-white. And I guess they don't quite as much. Ooh, that does look cute when you put it next to the blue and the red. So let me look and see what sizes I have. This is a 6. That's what I wear on my ring finger. After you've been doing this for a little while, you really learn what numbers work on which fingers, and it makes the process a whole lot quicker. So let me grab another 6 in the white, and then we'll see if we can put red on the other 2 fingers. I have a lot of the white ones. I must have only used it as like an accent nail the last time I did it. There we go. There's a 6. April loved the home sign today. It was so fun. I thought it turned out super cute. Okay, and I think we'll do red glitter on the other 2. Let me put this back and rotate this around so that I can see what I've got here. And I've got some red glitter here and here. So see if we can find one that'll fit the middle finger. Man, I feel like I'm just getting lucky here. I picked that one up and that was perfect. I think it's a 4.5. Let's see, is this a 4.5? Maybe. Let's try it out. That feels a tad smaller than a 4.5. This is how I usually sit and do this before I go live, but I was like, it might make it easier for them to figure out how this process goes, because this is what it looks like. Excuse me, I got a tickle in my throat. This is what the process looks like before I put them on. I usually sit and kind of just size them and match them to my fingers. You don't want them to overlap the edge of your nail and to be sticking out. Otherwise, your cuticle is going to be bumping up against it the whole time and popping it off. But you also don't want it to be like, showing bare nail on the side, or that's not going to work either. So this one is the perfect size. Okay. Oh, I forgot we got to get one for my index finger. You also don't want to feel like you're forcing it onto your nail, like it's too small for your nail. If your nails are already a little like soft or brittle, especially if you've been wearing acrylics or powder dip nails for a long time, putting on a nail that's a little too small and forcing it on there can cause that nail to like crinkle and buckle. I actually did that to one of my thumb a long time ago, and it's taken me a long time to like get it back to normal, but I'm almost there. It's almost back to normal. Okay. I think I may have to pull a red from this other section, which honestly, when you put them up side by side, it's hardly noticeable that they're not the same. So we'll see what we get here. I'm having a hard time finding one that's going to fit this nail. Okay, this is a 6. Let's see. 6 is too big. So I need more like, let's see. The higher the number, the smaller it is. I need like a 6.5. The numbers are printed on the back, like it's like molded into the shape of the nail. So all you got to do is like look. Some of them it's easier to see than others. Like it's easier to see on the back of these than some of the ones that are like really shiny. You watch. I probably will have already used that color. I mean that size in the one that, oh, there's a 6.5. Bingo. Okay. I think that's what I need for my index finger, 6.5. The only problem is I don't want to use 2 different red glitters, so I might have to I might have to swap these 2 out for something, or I could do white here instead of, well, I don't know if that's going to work. I do have a lot of the white ones. Maybe I could swap the white for my index finger and then do glitter on my ring finger. Because I've probably got glitter in that size. Because that one was like a size 6, and I did have some of those over here. You can see why I usually do this before I go live, because it can get a little bit confusing watching me try to find the sizes that I need. Did you guys make it home okay, Lauren? Are you still on here? I wondered if you had made it home yet. Lauren has spent the last 3 days here with me. Okay, that one's going to fit my index finger. That one is a 6, of course. Here's the other 6. So I'm going to swap these 2 out and then put these up. Wait, no. I need to find, what number was this one? Like a 4? I need to find a 4 for the middle finger. That way they match. Okay, there's a 4. Let me make sure it fits. Yup. Let me find the other 4. That's a 4.5. That fits good. Maybe 4.5 is what I need to be going for instead. Okay, we're going to do 4.5. Sometimes the 4 feels a tad big. So then I need a, hey Jane, putting on a new set of nails, and I'm trying to sort through exactly the size I need before I go gluing them on. Hey Brandy. Tracy said, what kind of nails are these? They are red aspen nails, and I have been wearing these for 2.5 years. So I have quite the collection. I have 5 drawers like this of patterns and ombre and glitters and solids. So I was like, sometimes I get antsy and want to open a new pack because, we like things that are new. But today I was like, you know what? I've probably got enough in here that I don't have to open a new pack. I can just make a mani mix up from what I have. Sometimes you have to get a little creative and make sure you've got the right sizes and stuff. Okay, wait, that's a 5.5. I need to stop talking and focus for a second. That's a 5.5. I need a 6.5. If I can't find a 6.5, I'll use these 6s and I'll just trim them down to fit, because that will work too. I just hate to do that if I don't have to. They give you extras of the 6s and the 5s, I think, because those are like very common middle sizes for your fingers, because I have lots of them in those sizes. You know, Lauren, I kind of wonder if you're the one who gave me these white ones, because I'm like, I don't even remember buying these. Oh, there's a 6.5. She gave me a bunch of her extra pieces and I added them to my collection. So not all of these are ones that I have worn or bought before. Some of them are just ones that were gifted to me, because Lauren wears red aspen also. You are home. Dinner's done. Emma had laundry, bath and laundry started. I did cook dinner. I made quesadillas, and I'm the only one who has eaten because Michael's still working out at the shop, and the boys are putting up all the tables and chairs from the cookout that we had this weekend. They had to take them back to the neighbor's house and put them away. And Charlie wanted to earn a little bit of money because there's this game she's wanting for her Kindle, and she's dying to get this game. And I told her it's $4 or $5, and I was like, you know, I said that's real money. You realize that, right? If I buy that game, I'm spending real money on the game. And she's like, I know, but I really need it. Hang on a second. Is that a 6.5? Yes. And I've been digging this whole time for one. So I told her, I said, well, before you can think about earning extra money to do extra chores, I said, you really need to get done the chores that your regular chores that you normally have to do just for living here. And she was like, okay. Well, I didn't think she took me seriously. 2 hours later, she comes out of there. She goes, I'm done. I need you to come look at my room, see how it looks. Don't you know that girl cleaned up her room better than she ever does? I mean, usually I have to like really stay on top of her to get her to clean up her room. Here, we'll just leave these out because they're pretty to look at. But usually I have to berate her to get her to clean her room. And I said, how in the world did you get your room cleaned so fast? And you did such a good job. Why can't you do it like this all the time? She said, well, Mom, she said, you told me that I needed to get this done in order to be able to go and do a job that earns money so that I can buy that game that I want. And I said, yeah. She said, well, every time when I was cleaning my room, if I started to get distracted, I'd tell myself, no, I really want that game. And I'd remind myself about that game. And she said, it helped me focus. Because she's got ADHD. So I was thinking to myself, you're not even on your meds today. Like, that's crazy. And I was like, well, that's a good thing. She goes, why is that a good thing? I said, well, you figured out what motivates you to get things done. And I said, that's half the battle in life. Oh, I just spilled that. Here, we'll just mop it up and put it on our nails. It's just acetone or nail dehydrator. But I was like, that's half the battle as an adult sometimes, is just trying to figure out what motivates us, what makes us tick, and what makes us do the things that we don't want to do to be able to get something else. I said, so you're already ahead by figuring that out so early in life. And so she thought that was funny. Hey, Angel. Lauren said, I don't remember ever having white except snowflakes. I don't know where these came from then. Friday chores before farmer's market. How are things going, Jane? You should have come to the cookout Friday night. Michael said he invited you. Okay, let's get started. I have already got all the previous nail glue off my nails. Look how long they've gotten. Isn't that crazy? I usually trim them before I do this. I feel like a couple of these probably do need a little bit of a trim. They're getting really long, and I don't want them to stick out below the bottom of the nail dash. I don't have any. Yeah, I do have other clippers in here. I usually like to use the little, I call those the guillotine. I like to use the guillotine clippers whenever I'm clipping the actual nail dashes, because you can trim them down shorter if you need to. I'm going to give these just a slight trim because there's a couple spots that are a little long on them, and I don't want them to stick out underneath the dash. So the plastic pieces that you glue on are called nail dashes. They come in different lengths and sizes. I wear short ones. Goodness. I wear short ones. I have worn the medium ones before, but I find that those feel like they get in my way a lot. I usually only wear those if I'm going to be like on vacation or somewhere and not going to be doing things that require me to like have my nails out of the way. Work. You can still wash your hands. You can still do dishes. I change the nails every, like, say 10 to 14 days, depending on how well they're staying on and depending on if I'm just ready for a change. Honestly, by day 10, I'm usually like looking at them like, I'm ready for something different. But I do have all of these to choose from. So I kind of like get antsy to try a different set. Now, this last set that I just took off on Saturday, I had on for 14 days straight, and I had only ever had one pop off, and it didn't pop off until day 14 when I was scrubbing a hash brown casserole dish in the sink. I was trying to wash it, and I was using a little scrub daddy, and I scrubbed real hard, and then all of a sudden my nail like smacked the side of it somehow, and I felt it like loosen a little bit. It didn't even pop all the way off. It like kind of was lifting on one side, so I just went ahead and just took it all the way off. Okay, our nails are dry, they're filed, they're ready. If you need to push back your cuticles, you can. Otherwise, we're just gonna go ahead and start putting on the nail glue. Now, in the package of nails, I thought I had one in here, but I don't. It comes with a little tube of nail glue. So every set of nails comes with a tube of nail glue. Actually, let me grab one and I'll just show you what the actual packaging looks like. So this is a completely different set, but here's what they look like when you get them. They have some displayed in the little window, and then there's a whole bunch of them in there. And then the nail glue, let me just pop it open. What other questions do you guys have? The nail glue is in there, along with a little cuticle pusher and a little nail file. And then there's all your little extra pieces. They have a bunch to choose from on the website. Like I said, there are a bunch of different sizes. So, and there's different tips. So if you prefer like a coffin tip or an almond tip nail, they have those. I do recommend that if you really want to get into doing these, to spend the $10 to get the brush on nail glue. So worth it. I actually refill my brush on nail glue with those little tubes that come in the box. So if your nail glue starts to get low, you can just refill it with that. But it just makes the entire application process so much easier. Okay, I'm going to put a coat on my pinky and my ring finger. I always start from the pinky and work my way in. That way these two are the last ones to do. So I'm just going to put a coat on there and start letting it kind of dry just a little bit and get tacky. I'm going to try my best not to put these on too fast, because that's the trick. If you put them on slowly and you hold them gently for 2 minutes, not 30 seconds like I usually tell you, I've learned a better way. 2 minutes, they will stay on way better. So y'all are going to have to entertain me in the meantime or ask lots of questions so that I don't change them out too quick. Okay. Susan says, does the package come with everything you need? Yes. I just like the brush on nail glue, but you do not have to have this. If you don't have this, then you're just going to squeeze that little tube, squeeze a little dot on there, and then use the tip of that little nail glue applicator to just spread it around. But brushing on is a little easier, I think. All right, putting a second coat on my nail on top of that coat that I just did that's already drying. And now I'm putting a third coat inside the nail dash. Here's the thing. You put it on here, lay it down at the cuticle, rock it downward gently, barely any pressure. Just going to hold that there. I'm actually going to let that balance for a second. This is what I did last time to make this go a little faster. I held down 2 at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and do my ring finger right next to it, because that other one is just sitting there. It's not hardly held on. I'll lay this on, rock it down, line it up, and then hold it gently. Okay, watching the clock. It is 6:54, so we got to hold this till 6:56. Yes, the package comes with everything you need. The nail file. You might need clippers or something like that, though, if your nails need trimming. But of course, everybody usually has those. But as far as if you've never done press-on nails before, you could just buy one package. They're like $15 to $18, depending on the design you choose, and everything you need for that is in there. Thank you. Just leave those in the kitchen table.
How many go in the garage?
Huh?
How many chairs go in the garage?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Travis is bringing my keys back. So we're going to hold this on here. But yeah, these should last me a good couple of weeks, but I may take them off before the 14 days is up simply because 4th of July is this week. And I may want to switch to like pink or something like that. There's a set on the website, or there was a set on the website recently. I need to get on there and see if it's still on there. That's like a bright, like softball neon green. And I saw somebody wearing them the other day and I want them real bad. If you're not into nails and you like makeup, they sell makeup too. Their mascara is my favorite. That's what I wear. Their eyeshadow. I love the eyeshadow. It's a little pricey, but that palette of eyeshadow will last you like 2 years. Seriously. I've had the same palette for probably 2 years, and I just bought a new one when they had a sale recently, and I kept it in the cabinet underneath my bathroom sink until recently, and I finally opened it up because my favorite color in the original palette started to run out. Okay, I'm barely pushing on these. I'm pretty much just making sure they're not moving. You don't want to do a whole lot of like rocking back and forth. You're going to squish all the glue out. And that's one of the problems I've already always had, was that when I would put these on, the glue would come squishing out everywhere. And then I would get it all over myself. I'd get it over the nail dash. I'd make a big mess. But by barely pushing these on and holding them for 2 minutes, okay, it's been 2 minutes. There's a whole lot less mess, and they stayed on so much better. Look how cute those are already. Okay, let's do, I put a coat on these nails earlier, but it's already dry. The point of that was just to kind of give this coat of glue something to kind of cling to and stick to. So now I'm putting down my second coat. I'm going to do it on the back side of the nail dash. Lay that on there. Hold it gently for a second. Don't push too hard. Try not to mess it up. Oh, I already did a coat on that one. Now I need to do a coat on the inside of the nail dash. Something else I'll say is, prior to wearing these for years, I went, that is the wrong size. What happened? Who knew? I picked up the wrong size. Okay. Don't panic. We're going to find the size we need. We may have to be careful with that though, because we've done glued it down. Oh, there it is. Right. Is that it? Right on top? I think so. Okay. I don't know what happened, but somehow I picked up the wrong one earlier. If I'm this big of a hot mess doing these, you can do this. What was I saying before? Oh, I was talking about how I went to the nail salon from 2017 until 2022. So for 5 years, I was a nail salon goer. I did take a break for a short bit in 2020 whenever COVID was going on and the nail salons were getting shut down. And I tried a few things. I tried Color Street nails. Didn't like them. I felt like they just felt like nail polish, and I wanted something that felt like salon nails. I wanted something that made my nails feel sturdy and strong, because that, to me, that's what powder dip or acrylic nails makes your nails feel like. They feel like really hard. They don't feel like they're going to break easily. And so I didn't like the Color Street. Years ago, I tried Jamberry nails, which is like a sticker. And I like the colors and everything of that. I like the easy application. But again, those didn't make my nails feel hard. And it wasn't until I tried Red Aspen and I saw a friend of mine wearing them that I was like, I asked her, I said, where did you got your nails done? And she's like, no, I didn't go get my nails done. I did these at home. And I was like, no way. After she told me how they worked out, I ordered a pair. I was hooked. From then on, I quit the salon. The guy that I'd been going to for years was like, where'd you go? And so he only sees me now about every 6 weeks when I go get a pedicure. But I love being able to do my nails at home now. It's not only saving me a ton of time, it's saving me money. I feel like I'm able to customize a little bit more how my manicure turns out, because how many of us have gone into the nail salon, picked out a color, you think you're going to love that color, and then they get the color on you and you're like, that doesn't look nearly as good on as I thought it was, or it's more transparent on than I thought it would be, or I ask them to do leopard print and the leopard print doesn't turn out very good or something. But with something like this, like, you lay it out ahead of time and you're like, that's exactly what it's going to look like on my nails. Awesome. Let's go. And you just do it. Okay. I got a tiny bit of glue on my finger and I accidentally got it on top of the nail dash. So try to scratch that off before it dries really badly. I don't know. I didn't watch the clock before this one, so I don't know if this was 2 minutes or not. Felt like 2 minutes. I'm impatient. Let's do the middle finger and the index finger. We'll do both of those at the same time. Put a coat on there. Let it dry for just a second. You'll finish watching later. Okay, see you later. If you have any questions about red aspen nails and you're watching on Facebook, all you got to do is comment the word nails, and it'll send a message to your Facebook Messenger with all the like frequently asked questions, like how long do they last, how much are they, all that kind of stuff. And it'll also have a link for you to go and check them out. Okay, that coat's dry, or not dry, but almost dry. Let's put another coat on the nail, and then we're going to put a quick coat on the underside of the nail dash. That just ensures that you get the glue everywhere you need it to be. Okay, lay it on there. I'll press it down in a second. I'm just laying it on there for a second. Whoop. Put it on that one. The other important thing is that you make sure to lay the cuticle, the part that the thinner part, up near your cuticle. So the squarish tip goes toward the end of your finger, and the curved thinner part goes up near your cuticle. And I think sometimes people don't realize that there's a difference in each end of it, and they'll accidentally, I need to watch the clock. They'll accidentally glue them on backwards, and then they wonder why they pop off, or they wonder why the nail splits or breaks, because that never happens to me when I actually put them on the right direction. But if you accidentally put them on backwards, that's going to happen. Here comes my child. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
The door hanger that's hanging up behind me, Lauren and I painted live on Facebook earlier today. It is a door hanger with attachments. So the O on the home can be swapped out for different seasons. So I also have a watermelon and an ice cream cone that I can put on there. But there's different attachment bundles that you can get. Hey, Elizabeth, I wasn't planning on hopping on again today, but all the family is busy. Everybody's cleaning up after the cookout and doing things. And after I got done with dinner, I was like looking at my nails, realizing I needed to do them. And I'm like, now there's no better time like the present. I might as well do this. And the last time I hopped on Facebook Live to do this, everybody had questions about them. And I felt like it was really helpful to people. I'm going to do something I probably shouldn't do, which is wipe. I had a tiny bit of nail glue come out. I wiped it on the underside of my shirt. Okay. I think it's been about 2 minutes. Look what we've got so far. Look how cute those are. They match. They match the little heart hanging up behind me. I'll do the thumb later. Let's go ahead and do the index finger and the middle finger on my right hand. Like I said, I always work towards my thumb. Thumbs are last. It just makes it easier fumbling with stuff to do. Pinkies first, thumbs last. And kind of alternate and go back and forth. So I do both hands at the same time. Okay, that one's on there. Better hold that one down for just a second. So it gets that initial stick. And then we'll do a little bit on the inside of this nail dash. There we go. Hold it down. There we go. Okay. Timer, it is 7:04. Hold them on for 2 minutes. Gently. I'm not pushing hard. Very gently. You want that glue to have plenty of time to dry, and you don't want it to be wiggling around. Although I'm looking at this one and I'm like, it looks like it needs to be pushed down just a little bit harder because the way my nail is curved. So I'm going to give it a little extra attention. Didn't seem to matter last time though. I noticed that happened to one of my index fingers last time, and the glue held up really well. It lasted 2 weeks. There's Charlie. What you doing?
I worked my hour.
You worked an hour. How much money did you make?
10.
10 what? $10?
$10.
$10. What are you going to do with that $10?
Spend $4 on it. No, think about it. If I took that $4 away and I added my 5, I would have like at least
Okay, this is hard math.
11.
Huh? If you had $10 and you took 4 away?
I think
so. What's 10 minus 4? Do you need to go count your
No,
fingers?
6. It's 6.
Okay. So you'd have $6 left over. What could you do with that $6? Spend it
Yeah.
or save it?
I don't know. But I can. Dad said he has no money on him right now.
You want cold hard cash, don't you?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to wait a minute. I've got to finish my nails. I'm almost done. Don't they look great? We're doing patriotic nails.
Yeah.
Did you bring me a Diet Mountain Dew?
You can have a drink.
That's a little warm.
I know, but I didn't know.
Why is it warm? Okay, I have 1 more minute to hold this on. Okay, let's answer a couple questions.
Can I answer?
Well, I don't know if you know the answer to this. Linda Clark says, is it hard to remove them? Do they damage your nails at all? If you pry them off, which you should not do, they will damage your nail. They could damage your nails. I won't say will. They could. I usually wait until like right after a shower or after I've been in the hot tub or after I've gotten done washing dishes and my nails are already like warm and soft. And then I'll apply a little bit of cuticle oil and I will gently lift with like a tool, like the little, is the cat under here?
Yeah, the cat's under here.
I will gently lift like with a little orange stick around the edge and drip cuticle oil down in there. If you don't have any cuticle oil, they do sell it on the Red Aspen site. That oil helps loosen up the nail glue a little bit.
He's so mischievous.
Yep, don't bump me. I'm putting on glue. And so after you get that cuticle oil on there, you let that sit for a few seconds, and then you can usually kind of work them off. Oops, hang on, I just forgot. I need to trim these down just a little bit. They were a little big for my thumb.
I'll fix it.
I lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
Here's your phone.
Okay, thank you.
Well, your old phone.
I was going to say something. What was I saying?
Remember.
Oh, if you have a hard time working them off, you can use like a dental floss pick. And the
Excuse me.
And the dental floss pick will slide up under the nail and kind of help remove it from your.
At least I said excuse me. I'm sorry.
It's kind of rude, sis.
I said excuse me and I said sorry.
Okay. Gail says, how do you cut them down and keep the rounded shape? I tried cutting my first set down today, but they ended up very, very square. I usually use a file to create that slightly rounded shape because I'm like you. When I first clip them, they look really square. So I'm fixing to clip these thumb ones because they do feel a little long on me, and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. But let's get them good and nailed down. Let's get them glued down first. Are you making faces? What is that face? You're such a dork. Love you too.
Let me tell.
What all did you help Dad do at the shop?
I didn't help him, but I did.
When you were working, what'd you do?
But I did.
Help. I knocked over the nail glue. Okay, what kind of work did you do?
I sanded off stuff.
You sanded stuff or blew off?
Blew off.
Oh, so you used the air hose to blow the dust off some of the door hangers.
Yeah.
Did you like that job?
Yes.
That's not a very attractive face. You're such a dork. Tell them how old you are and what grade you're going to be starting this fall.
9 years old, and I'm starting 4th grade.
Starting 4th grade. How do you feel about 4th grade?
I'm nervous.
A little nervous? Why do you feel nervous?
I just don't know what math I'm going to be doing in that grade.
But you're really good at math, so you shouldn't be nervous about that.
No, but like, there was still a lot of stuff I was confused about.
In 3rd grade?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it the fractions? Because I always struggle with the fractions. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She said, like, this balloon goes up and blah, blah, well, no. Well, she said blah, blah, blah. And
That's what the teacher says, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and I didn't understand. I forgot what she said, but I didn't understand.
Let me trim this one down a little bit. So I use these little bitty manicure scissors to like trim a little off the side if I'm using some that are a tiny bit bigger than my nails. And in this case, this is a size 1 and my nail probably needs like a size 2. So I'm just trimming it down just a little bit before I glue it on. What are you doing? Line it up. Make sure you don't put it on crooked because sometimes I've done that. Then I got a crooked nail. Yeah. Don't spill them, though, because then we'll have a mess to clean up.
These are the ones you're using right now.
We did a Manny mix-up. So, see, I've got blue and white stars, and then I've got red glitter. I've got white on my index finger, and then blue stars on my thumb.
I'm showing you my favorite.
Oh, you're laying them all. You like the ones with the skulls and the leopard print?
And
the buffalo plaid.
And the buffalo plaid.
I've got red and black buffalo plaid from Christmas. I even have some with little cactuses on them. Aren't those cute? I have lots of leopard print ones, different kinds of leopard print ones. I have a cow print. The glitters and the print ones are probably my favorite. I have a couple of them that are ombre that I really like too. They're usually about $15 to $18 per set for the box.
These are my favorites. And I'm like, okay, so this one.
It's pink with like hot pink polka dots. That's pretty cute. Don't knock that drink off with your elbow.
And these like little purple flowers.
It's white flowers.
You can barely see it.
Elizabeth says, "Hi, Charlie."
Hi. I'm surprised they didn't say anything.
Didn't say anything about you burping. Maybe they didn't want to be rude and point out how rude you were.
Look at you. Look at it.
Yep. Okay. Thumbs are done. So now I'm going to trim the thumbs just a tiny bit shorter because they are a little long on me. So I don't know why, but like, look, on the back side of my fingers, you don't see a ton. Like it's not, I mean, it's a little long on my index finger, but it's not that long. On the thumbs, I have a lot hanging over. And I always feel like they get in the way. So this little thing is available on Red Aspen's site. Put your finger up against the part that doesn't have the blade. This has the blade. So you rest your finger in there. You push through however much you want to trim off. I only want to trim a little, so I'm going to pull it back. And then you clip them. But yeah, see how short and square they are? You can kind of clip them at an angle too if you want to kind of take those corners off. I don't know if Gail's still watching, but she had the question about this. So I want to put that in there. Trim them. I'm going to trim the little hard corners off just to make them just slightly more rounded. And now I'm going to take the blue side. The blue side's the more like coarse side. The pink side's softer. And I'm going to start by like holding it kind of like this, like under the nail and go, you're taking notes. Okay. And I'm kind of going back and forth and just slightly rounding kind of like at an angle. And then I take a look, see how much I took off.
Hi.
And so I'm kind of just taking that hard, sharp corner off till it gets nice and like what I like to call squoval. Squoval. That's what they call it at the nail salon. When you can't decide if you want square or oval, they call it squoval.
Mom, look. Squoval.
Yep.
Hey, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth came to Painters Clubhouse Live. Do you remember her?
Yeah.
All right. That's much better. Oh, where's the camera? So you're not seeing as much sticking out the top there. Let's do this one.
I know it looks like I'm sitting down, but I'm not.
That's just how tall you are. So I'm kind of like getting it up underneath the edge and going back and forth repetitively. And sometimes I'm kind of like rounding it.
If I was on my tippy toes, I would be this high.
Yeah. Do the same thing on the other side.
Connor's water bottle.
Okay.
In my room.
Just put it on the counter. I don't know if you're still watching, Lauren, but we found Connor's water bottle. Don't bite me. Silly girl.
Joking.
Okay. They're all done.
Actually, this is my fave.
If your nails are dry after you get done putting them on, or if you have nail glue on you, take the little cuticle oil and just swipe some of that. I like to put it up under the edges because sometimes I do have a little glue come out just like you do at the salon, and then you feel like your fingertips are glued underneath your nails. If that happens, put a little bit of cuticle oil under there, kind of let that soak and soften that up. Don't forget to take care of your cuticles with the oil. Do it on these. Hard to do with my left hand. Swipe a little bit across the tops and then just kind of massage it in. Gail says the under filing is what I'm missing. I was filing like a normal nail. Yeah, you kind of have to get up under it. Oh, I forgot this one needs filing a little bit too. I kind of felt it. And sometimes these glitter ones, like these, have a rough tip on them. It's something about the way they're made. Let me use the pink side. It's just it's like there's a tiny bit of glitter or something hanging over the edge of that. And I'm a texture person. If I notice the texture, it's going to drive me crazy. So I always file those a little smoother too.
Mom, look what Cassie said.
Hey, Cassie. Caught the replay of the home design. Are the home letters and attachments included in the 18-inch? The letters are. The attachments are purchased separately. Yes, and it's $34. So if you want that July attachment bundle, it's purchased separately, and it's a 6. You'll need to choose the 6-inch size of that one.
Look what Daly said.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I saw it. She said the underfiling was what she was missing too. All right, that's all she wrote. This only took 40 minutes, but I was taking my time explaining a lot of this. If I was watching TV, I probably would have done it a lot faster. So it doesn't normally take me that long, but either way, it's faster than driving to town to the nail salon, sitting for 2 hours until he gets to my turn at the nail salon. I always felt like I would sit there, they would get me started, and then I would sit there with my hands like waiting for my turn. Because you know how they hop customer to customer and then they finally come back to you? That always happened at the nail salon, and it always took forever. Cassie said, thank you for drawing attention to my comment.
You're welcome.
Do I need to keep you around to be a comment reader?
Yes.
Oh, there we go. There you are.
Yeah.
There's the door hanger hanging up behind me. Let's see. There we go. Now you can see it.
Wait, no. Home. Home.
Do you want to go get the ice cream cone and the watermelon from over there and show them what it looks like on there?
The ice cream and the watermelon.
Yep. And then I keep all my little tools in this little thing. And so that way, if I'm traveling, I can just grab it, or if I need to work on them, like on the couch or something. Okay, you want to swap it out? Look, you take this off. It's magnetized on there. On the back, it's got a little metal disc. Yep, we're ready.
I'm eating ice cream.
Pop it on there. Ice cream. Okay.
Then, this is my favorite.
Slide it off instead of trying to pry it off. There you go.
And this is my favorite.
Yep. Magnet's pretty powerful.
Ow.
Yep. I like it like this with the bite kind of going up and out.
I think my favorite is I'm clumsy.
Cassie says it's cute.
This is my favorite.
The ice cream's your favorite?
Yes.
That reminds me of you, so it's not surprising.
Aww.
Strawberry ice cream with chocolate on top.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. That's all we got. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
You're silly.